Today, for the first time, we heard from the wife of one of the deputies who was shot and killed in Friday's wild shootout with a man who had been deported to Mexico twice.
My husband and I always said, "I love you," before we hung up, and the last interaction I had was he was telling me he built my chicken coop so I could have eggs, and that he loved me.
Good evening, I'm Sam Shane. Both deputies will be laid to rest next week. The service for Sacramento County Sheriff's Deputy Danny Oliver will be held Monday morning at Adventure Christian Church in Roseville. The service for Placer County Sheriff's Deputy Michael Davis will be held the next day at the same church. The sheriff's departments of both counties have set up funds for the fallen deputies. You can find out more about that at our website, cbs13.com. Today, Deputy Oliver's widow talked about her husband's legacy and about her husband. There's CBS 13's Derek Shore. He was in the room as she shared her memories, and it was quite moving, Derek.
And Sam, I can't help but remark on just how courageous this woman was for standing up in front of the media to talk about her husband. The now widow started things off with a story, just a little bit of a quote that her husband told her when she was talking about him being a cop.
I'm just a man, and I put my pants on one leg at a time. I put my shirt on one arm at a time. I just wear different clothes than other people.
Susan Oliver showing great strength, talking about her late husband, Deputy Danny Oliver, killed Friday in the line of duty.
And he's a very caring person to our two children and myself, very supportive of anything and everything we've ever done.
Deputy Oliver leaves behind the couple's two daughters, aged 24 and 11. Susan Oliver says her husband was intent on becoming an officer of the law to help the community, including where he grew up, Del Paso Heights. She says she supported him wholeheartedly.
I actually worked two jobs because it was an unpaid academy, and I wanted him to do what he wanted to do. Even though for over 10 years he worked graveyard, I hated that he wasn't home at night, but he always felt that there were more people that he could arrest at night than during the day, so he preferred to work at night.
Deputy Oliver, a Grant High graduate, would spend the last 2 years working day shift, a relief to his wife, but then a call about the shooting. The now widow says she was in San Diego when she learned the news her husband was shot.
I want to thank the San Diego Police Department for being so assisting in getting me to the airport and treating me with the utmost respect.
While she didn't want to talk about the crime that took her husband away, she wanted him to be remembered like this.
You know, he was a prankster. He was a hard worker, and that he gave his life for everyone in his community.
And Susan Oliver says she has been impressed by the community's outpouring of support for her and her family, and says she does have plans, although she hasn't yet, to connect with the family of Detective Michael Davis, who obviously was that detective and deputy killed in Placer County.
Derek, as we all know, the loved ones of these officers every day have to deal with the idea that that they may not come back home. Did Susan talk at all about that during this news conference?
She did, and she said that he wasn't afraid of dying. He wasn't saying that he was scared of being killed in the line of duty, but he said it was okay and healthy to have fear in you when you're out there on the streets, because you never know what's going to happen, and you have to be a little scared. Obviously, that wasn't enough to keep his life when he was killed on Friday.
All right, thank you very much, Derek. Live for us tonight in downtown Sacramento.